Peace, family. 19 keys locking in. I'm about to send out this broadcast to everybody. When you come in, the way you check in, just press like above there. It increases the algorithm, incentivizes me to consistently do this. I want to have some powerful dialogue tonight. You understand me? So we're going to lock in for some late night activities. Ain't going to be too long. We're going to get straight to the point here. You feel me? I really want to settle something for y'all. And yeah, I know I'm texting some people late. All right. Boom. We done deals. Right. When I get sparked with some ambition, I gotta go when it's time to go. You feel me? I can't wait. And I hope y'all having a beautiful and a blessed day thus far, man. And I want to thank y'all for locking in some good game. You feel me? All right. Boom. I sent that one text. Look like we got some solid people in. We got 19 people in here. Actually, I think I'm ready to start there. That's my number. You understand me? And it's late night, so a lot of people had to catch it tomorrow, but that's okay. You feel me? Either way, we're going to get it in tonight and let everybody else catch up later. I like consistency with this thing. Consistency. All right. Where are y'all tuning in from? Let me know. Okay. We're going to lock these in. I'm just dropping these. Boom. Letting everybody know on all my social platforms. And then I'll be ready to get started. Yep. All right. Peace, family. Let's see. We got a lot of Houston, New York, Jersey, Atlanta, Utah, Cleveland, NorCal. For those who are new, I am 19 Keys. You understand me? Top thought leader of our generation. What that means is I influences people in the right direction and things that we should be thinking about, man. Keeping you, your conscious, right, aware of what's going on in reality and consistently tapping and influencing our culture to do the right thing. And I am a technological wealth and master mindset enthusiast. If we thinking right, then we can be doing right. You understand me? And specifically, as we're living in a time of wealth building where more people are focused on wealth, I want to give us some opportunities. You understand me? And I like to address the concerns of the people and my constituents around the world. You understand me? That lock in. You understand me? Make sure y'all press like as y'all come in the building. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you didn't know, over the last, I think, like 5 days, we got another 5,000 subscribers that just pulled in. So I appreciate y'all. We got a goal of 100,000 subscribers on this channel. And I'm going to increase media. I'm increasing my budget to give you all the best experience, the best knowledge, the best education possible on this here platform. All right. Let's begin here. Let's begin. Give me 1 second. Let me move some of this. Put some technology in your face, and then we're going to begin. You feel me? Let me let y'all see. We're just going to set that right there. You know what I'm saying? I know I got new technology in the crib all the time. I'm surrounded by it. All right. So the question has become, are NFTs valuable, right? And this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. You understand me? This is just educational advice so that you all can think about the market in any particular way that you want to. You understand me? We got 100 people in here. Make sure that everybody press that button, smash that button, and tap in with the guy. You know what I'm talking about? So I want to lock in with y'all. You understand me? And the question becomes, are NFTs valuable? Do they have real value? Let me ask you all the question. Do you think that NFTs will go to zero this year? You understand me? Do you think that the market will bubble this year? That's my question for you all before we get going, right? There's a lot of people who are skeptic that hate it. Institutional or very not institutional, but people who have a very classic investing style, they hate NFTs. They hate all of these new financial things. They hate anytime there's a new industry, right? Elon Musk said he don't like Web3, right? He don't like NFTs. I get it, but that man, the richest man in the world, you understand me? His hustle is different. What he can afford to not pay attention to, not care about is different. And also, anytime there's a new technology, it creates disruption, which means business models have to change. So they don't like change, especially when they dominate in the space. They would rather things stay the same. They can continue to win, and they ain't got to worry about shifting as the world turns. So of course they ain't gonna utilize their influential capital to push things even further into a space by giving it validation, right? But I've also seen investors that would say the exact same thing about crypto that they've said about NFTs, right? Literally, I've seen, if you go back in old videos where one of the great hedge fund investors, Ray Dalio, right? Ray Dalio hated cryptocurrency essentially. And now he's saying that Bitcoin has proven itself, that he owns some, right? And essentially he's particularly bullish on them, right? Even though he said that gold is better and he's still more bullish on gold than he is those classes, right? And I see some people saying, well, they believe that NFTs are going to go off. Some people believe that they're going to go up, right? Some people say that people can stop NFTs, right? Anything in the world can be stopped essentially, right? That's not a fear. That's not a reason to stop us from getting into an investment class because of the possibilities of things done. I want to give y'all and give y'all some game before I tell you what my answer is. You know, we live in a world where everybody hasn't had the same opportunities, right? And I've spoken upon the fact that mobilization, automation, digitization, we living in a mad world, right? Back in the 80s, you understand me, when I forget what president it was rolling out the lasers, right? And their weapon program, and they had all of these crazy missile guided laser programs that could shoot out things out the sky. You know, what they wanted to do was, and other countries wanted to let them know exactly what kind of weapons that they had as well, right? And basically they had an agreement that no country could create certain things that the other person couldn't deal with, right? But the US broke it and they started to create technology that if somebody else tried to send their missiles over, they can shoot it down out the sky with lasers, right? They had all kind of technology that the US was building up for their defense systems. And at first, the game was about mutually assured destruction, right? It was a MAD system, MAD, mutually assured destruction, that if I got the same weapons you got the same weapons. If we both use them, we cancel them and we kill each other out, right? But then when they made it this laser system, they could shoot your weapons out the sky, still get theirs across from yours, and they could win, right? So they killed that treaty that they had on that because they realized that that wouldn't work. So mutually assured destruction is no longer the era that we in. You understand me? And it's the same thing with the people when it comes to the financial market, right? The government has more control over the financial market than ever before in history, right? The people has less control over the government than any time in history at the same time. There is no longer mutually assured destruction, right? People are not just going to uproar against Congress or uproar against the government and take away their rights, but the government can always take away the people's rights because they're not so constitutional anymore. They're not going exactly with the rights of the people, right? So we don't have a true check and balance system that was supposed to be the democratic system that it was, that people are marketed, because we don't live in a democracy, right? We live in a totalitarianship where it is owned by special interest groups and corporations, right? So there's no mutually assured destruction with the government. There's no mutually assured. There's basically, that means that there's no equality. And given when you are a part of the have-not society and you don't have the same as everybody else, you got to figure out different ways to hustle, right? Like the wealth gap has gotten so bad. Specifically, I'm speaking to my culture. I'm not sure if Black people can catch up with even just doing the right things. Like if we just focus on wealth and let's say we just invest in stocks, can we close the wealth gap by just investing in stocks? No, because if every community around in the US specifically and around the world do it, then if they're already ahead, then that means that Black people will have to be 100 times better than every other group of people in order for us to bridge the wealth gap. Because let's say if we invest like the white people invest, we invest like Asians, we invest like Jews invest, right? They would still, if you got 5 houses and I'm buying 1 house a year, you buying 1 house a year, I'm never catching up to how many houses you got. I'm never catching up to your wealth. Well, it's essentially them owning a skyscraper. You understand me? And we trying to buy a floor of the skyscraper every year to catch up. Well, now they can leverage theirs to go buy more. They always have more liquidity to put more money into the market. It's the same thing why the poor can't catch up to the rich. The rich can throw billions at something, right? They got too much liquidity. They got too much money for us to be able to catch up. So when you talk about being $10 trillion behind people, and then we want to talk about the East Asian community, they killing it. They have more investment accounts than any other culture. They are the fastest growing household group in America. So how do we solve this problem? Diversification is key. That's the key, number one. That is the ultimate key, diversification. So it's not one thing, it is all things. So when I see people that have an adverse opinion against one technology, instead of saying, well, let me teach it in a way where it can become an asset, because following society makes it a liability. We can only catch up if we all start doing the smart thing. We need culture to catch up, real culture, wealth culture. We are trying to put the training wheels on a bicycle. People are not even prepared to ride. So we haven't built the vehicle yet. We're nowhere near it yet. We have to get way more advanced. We can't get happy because some of us learned a little bit of financial literacy. Financial literacy? We should have had that 100 years ago. Black Wall Street fell 100 years ago. So financial literacy is literally just learning how to speak the language, to understand it, to engage in it. See, when you're illiterate, you may be able to speak something, right? But you can't read and write in it. That's when a person is illiterate. And the execution of financial literacy makes you literate. You understand me? That is completely different than us learning it, being able to speak it, because we can say wealth, but most of us don't understand trust. And if you don't understand the trust game, shout out to Ball Out. There is no financial literacy in America. There is no way of catching up in America specifically without understanding the trust game. We don't understand the IMF. We don't understand these things. So what does this got to do with crypto? I mean, what does this got to do with NFTs though, Keys, you may ask? And let me drink a little water. What does this have to do with NFTs? The reason I am aggressive on technology is because I understand that we don't interact with opportunities. I was just watching EYL Market Mondays, man. Shout out to Market Mondays. Shout out to all the Red Panda squad and the earners in the building. You understand me? And the learners in the building and all my strategists that's in the building. You know, and I understand, I forget what's going on with my point 100%, but I understand that, you know, we starting to learn this new game, right? And some of us start to get into stocks. Some of us started to get into crypto. But why was it necessary for us to diversify and get into all these things, right? The game is changing. The landscape right under our feet is changing. Let's say stocks don't have a good year this year, and it's a slow year. Well, you take your money, you learn to manage your portfolio. Well, I can know when to put stocks here, when to put stocks there, and we play a long-term game. The long-term game is the best game, right? So what do we do in the meantime where we can be aggressive? Because in the meantime, as we plan the long term, we have to have an aggressive game at the same time. And the aggressive game is where most people don't want to play in. In BWO, we taught futures trading. That's an investment. That is a aggressive game because it's the most liquid market in the world. You can pull money out there every single day once you understand it. But it's also not something most people are willing to learn because everybody wants shortcuts to wealth. So we got to hustle. So, right, you see businesses in our community. And this is where this going to tie into bigger pictures, because you got to understand these things from a bigger perspective in order to get it, because most people are looking micro. They say, well, listen, I don't know about the art on NFTs. It ain't got no value. Fool, NFTs ain't about no art. NFTs ain't about no art. I'm going to give y'all the game one time. NFTs are not about the art. The art is just the product picture. The good sister over there, Survivor Vegan, she said, you know, when you go look at like this is my product right here, right? Smart Moss. She said, when you go look at products, the front is for decoration, the back is for information, right? The front is for decoration, the back is for information. So the front is the picture of the NFT. As beautiful as this is, the value is in the back. It's the smart contract. It's the utilities. That's the value. So, you know, everybody don't be following everything I say, but I drop a lot of jewels on purpose. And the goal, and one jewel I dropped yesterday was just the fact that, I mean, last year or a couple years ago, you know, was it ain't your business that may be failing. It's your business model that needs updating. It's about the business models now. Creative business models. I'm going to teach a free class on here about just business models. I think I'm going to drop it in the master class, or maybe I just teach it to the strategists. I don't know. But business models are very key and important. Understanding what your value proposition is. Understanding market viability. Understanding your key customers, your key collaborators, key partners. You understanding your marketplace. But see, the creative business managers and modelers are the ones who are going to win. And this is something I've been trying to get across to my peers. This is why I get a lot of flowers today, because I've spoken to each one of them about shifting their business model, getting a little more creative. And I've been always talking about this effective versus efficient thing, but people don't catch the formulas until it's too late. And then it becomes a I told you so. I don't want to be telling nobody so. I want to be saying, I'm glad you listened. That's what I want to say to the culture. I'm glad you listened. Because I have people that call me and say, Keys, I made $1 million in this game. And I can say, I'm glad you listened. See, that's different than people who are always speculative of things, concerned. But we experiment with drugs. We experiment with sex. We experiment with entertainment, things that we know won't give us a return. But when it comes to the possibility of engaging with something that is an opportunity for me to learn a new skill in a new industry that can feed my family, that can have me winning, now we scared. Now we want to audit the opportunities. So my thing is the fact that when you got a people that's so behind, I'm talking about consumer debt is at an all-time high. School debt is at an all-time high. So, you know, it seems like we got to figure something out in order for us to really progress. By 2053, they telling us that we're going to have 0% assets in the Black community, saying that we're going to have 0% wealth. I don't know about y'all, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it, because I exist. So will NFTs, 90% of the projects be worthless? Most likely. Because people are not using the technology right. Are NFTs valuable? Yes and no. The way you're looking at NFTs, it depends on your perspective. If you're looking at NFTs as a technology, it may be the most valuable technology that has been created since the internet. The most valuable use case of it, because the NFT technology is a smart contract written on the blockchain. It is a use case of it. Very smart, especially when you look at the way society is made. Today, they came out with the Maya Angelou coin. This is a newly minted coin by the Federal Reserve. or the U.S. Treasury, whichever one of them Negroes control it. So this is the newly minted coin with a black woman face on there. Ain't gonna make 1 millionaire in our community. Still same old America. Does that matter? And I only bring that up because, they minted that coin, right? But that ain't got shit to do with wealth. That ain't got shit to do with us getting power and us getting any money whatsoever. In 1995, they said, or watching on EYL, they said it was the best year for the stock market ever. Well, that was also the same year that social media was being born. It was also the same year where Netscape was having its first internet IPO. You understand me? It was also the same year of the internet age. And you understand me? It was the same year of the largest gathering of black men ever held on this planet's history that we know about. The most peaceful gathering, that is, especially by Minister Farrakhan, because we was trying to figure out how to, change our community and deal with the problems that consistently persist by coming together, uniting, you understand me, having some peace and changing our communities. So we didn't have time to think about the internet, this new technology that just boomed, because we so busy thinking about our problems, we didn't even realize the internet may be a solution if we learn how to use it the right way, invest in it. Then we could have created thousands of millionaires, hundreds of thousands, and we could have created billionaires in our community. And that would have solved our problem by putting resources in the hands of the most righteous people. The issue the poor man's plight has always been a lack of resources. So I'm going to talk to you like this because this technology, I don't look at it as no be all save all. I'm just looking for more ways to give ourselves reparations and more ways we can learn how to do for self. But we always looking for a negative instead of learning what it is. When somebody tells me they don't like something, it's because you haven't learned how to use it. It's laziness to say you don't like something. No, I say interact with opportunities, don't react to success, because we didn't start investing as large fundamental movements until 2020 for real. There wasn't no large movements of black people learning financial literacy, say, let's learn how to invest in the stock market. That was non-existent. I started my movement. We had the Wealth Standard, the BWO, got Infinite Wealth Strategies going crazy. Bringing in people, you got EYL, Wall Street Trapper, Master Investor. You understand me? People bringing people into the market. And a lot of people I don't know about. Shout out to Tay Sweat. It's his birthday. My brother Tay Sweat making people money. Everybody start investing and adding to this collaborative movement of getting us to now think about things. But it took a pandemic for that to happen. It took a pandemic. It took time for us to have to focus to do it. See, the Great Reset happened in 2020. The Great Reset is it set your ass in the house and it cut you off from the distractions. COVID probably was the best thing that happened to the world in 2020 because everybody needed a reset. You needed to jump off your normal line of habits. That's why so many people quit their job last year. It was the Great Resignation, meaning that more people than any other time quit their job. They fired their job and said, I can't do this, because when they were spending time at home, they realized I can't go back to that piece of shit job. I can't do that. That's not me. They was working a job they hated, insufficient. They didn't like themselves. And when they got home, they got a little more happier. They felt better and freer. They can indulge in hobbies. They can learn new skills. Their brilliance started to take over and they felt alive again because it took them off the world's time and it put them on God's time where they can be creative. They were stuck on a 9 to 5. Then they got their 24/7 back. So people start becoming crypto millionaires. They was winning in the options market, trading stocks and going crazy. You understand me? Then the NFT market came, a $40 billion market last year. All of that billions of dollars, that's money flowing in and out. When you talk about a $40 billion market, what you're talking about is a $40 billion opportunity for you to get somewhere in that market and scoop some of that money up for yourself. But then you got the underlying technology, which allows you to create business models that weren't not possible just a couple of years ago, that weren't possible last year. So what that means is there are new opportunities for us to create new types of businesses. So NFTs are not just art. I don't care about the damn art. Don't get me wrong. I like dope stuff. I might throw something in here in a holographic screen and you might jump in and I might like the art of something. It might be beautiful, right? I might have some art on the screen like this. Let me show y'all something. I might have something in the holographic display. Let me move the white lady out the way. I don't know how she, this is random. Oh, white kids too. Oh, white NFT. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those tapping in. I might have it here. I might have it because I like holographic screens. You know what I'm saying? And I want to put some dope art in there. So I might have my NFT in there. I don't know what's going on. You feel me? I might want to set that on my wall. So that might give some value to the marketplace. Right? Now, do I think that they worth a lot of the prices? I think most of them, most of the projects are priced the right way because they're not worth $4,000 and $5,000 and $10,000. But I used to help run a company and manage their part. They do the social media for trap art. And trap art was kind of like the NFT space. This is why I like it. This is what a lot of people don't understand my background. See, trap art was a place where artists that never sold anything, you allowed them, and sometimes we had a gallery in San Francisco, right? And the trap art is 111 Minute Gallery in San Francisco, right? Shout out to Amina and Jesse for throwing this. So the creators allowed me to come in there. I did the social media. I used to host it and things of that nature. Now you're talking about we assign up artists, people that never sold anything, and allow them to showcase their art at this art party inside the gallery. I used to showcase my art there, my clothing, my designs, my actual paintings and things of that nature. Right now, people have their first opportunity. They start selling art in person. This is before NFTs. So I see art has intrinsic value because there was a lot of people who got their first start selling art because somebody else created a marketplace for them to come in and sell their art. And this is something that they never even knew that people would care about. But once the marketplace was created, the artist was in there, then all of a sudden they seen different opportunities. And some of these artists went on to do this full time. And they was able to make extra money on the side with the skill sets that they have that they loved. And I've seen so many people jump in and dabble into art just to see if other people love it, whether it was photographic, whether it was visual art, right? Whether it was paintings, whether it was 3D graphics. So for me, NFTs created such an interesting marketplace, right? Because it gave opportunities to people who normally would not have had them. And that's why I tell people that, you know, they say 70, 90% of the jobs that our children in the future will have not been created yet. And that's because the industries, the technology that will create the new jobs don't even exist yet. So blockchain is one of those places that's creating new jobs, creating new businesses. So we get ahead in the game and we're not looking at this. I don't teach this from a purely investment standpoint or go buy something and get rich. Nah, anybody just telling you that, man, they leading you to a financial grave. No, I want to teach you what the technology is that you can create new business models on and you can win. Let me give you case point. Look at Gary Vee. I think Gary Vee is killing the game in the space. I think he understands it. He gets it. He sold 1 million copies of a physical book. First of all, he did $100 million in this space already from a 10,000 piece project, right? And for selling access on the blockchain to his event and a couple other unlockables, right? I ain't gonna get deep into it. But he created his second layer is what I want to focus on, these V games. V games is crazy. 1 million copies of the book. Now, if you buy 12 copies and multiples, then you are eligible, right, to participate in the book games, which make you double eligible to get airdrops of these new NFTs. So he already made his 100 million. He going for the billion now. Now there's 125,000 of these NFTs. All right. Now you do the math. If he sell them all at $100, or he sell them all at $1,000, right? But he also understood that most people cannot afford his OG project, right? But he's able to do things with this that's never been done before in business models, but this technology allows it to be possible. Creating gamification inside these arenas, creating supply and demand, you understand me? And creating NFT restaurants and NFT events and things of that nature, where now you have $1 billion opportunity. Because imagine, like myself, teaching people for the last 7 years online, right? Reaching millions and millions of people, but for the most part, they don't reciprocate. You might teach somebody some game that make them $1 million, that make them $10 million. They're not going to reciprocate, and you don't really have a way to quantify all that value. So for the most part, NFTs created a way for people to truly engage with their community in a monetary sense as well, creating completely new business models. Because you got to understand, you're dealing with businessmen, and we're supposed to be doing business. We do commerce in America. We transact and trade and sell and barter. We live in a capitalist society. So if you teach people how to do righteous business, and you teach people how to understand new technology, you give them new opportunities to create new business models where they can feed their family and start to build wealth. Just by understanding the game. NFTs creates a marketplace. Blockchain creates a new marketplace. Now you got a lot of things that may come up. Regulation may come up. A lot of things are oversold, overpriced, right? It's a new market, so people are very happy, but it's a highly speculative market at the same time, meaning people are just guessing at what the worth of some things may be. There are a lot of projects where people are just marketing so well that people are buying things that have no value whatsoever. So you have bad actors in every marketplace. You go on Amazon, people are selling farts in a jar. People are selling captured air. People will always buy any and everything. So the technology isn't a scam, because the technology just allows you to create new business models. So non-fungible tokens isn't a scam. No, there will always be scammers in every single industry. They're literally in every single industry, especially one where most people are ignorant about. And that's why we focus on the education. Learn what the hell it is. You don't go to my page and tell everybody, hey, yo, go buy all the NFTs you want. I never said that. I said, learn it. Education is not learning something is not a scam. Learn the game, understand what they are, what they can do, and then introduce that into your business model. Think about all the ways you can now use it to run you a business. You got literally OnlyFans, millions of dollars in the market. People are selling sex, stuff that's free. People are selling ass and titty pictures. Well, they went and bought, first of all, they went and bought the body. Then they sold people access to preview the body. Oh, you think NFTs are a scam? The sex market is the biggest scam. The porn sites are free, but people paying for OnlyFans. Somebody make it make sense to me. Yeah, but ain't nobody go talk about the porn market industry as a scam. Come on, man. I'm just saying, like, I look at the whole picture. While we hollering about something, there's another group of people that's going crazy with it. And we just happen to be in the early stages of development where you got to get the kinks out. Because I promise you, once it becomes standard, it's going to be boring, because then everybody's going to understand it. The opportunity lies in educating yourself now, getting ahead of the game, and using it. Somebody say you get pleasure of the flesh. That ain't no real pleasure. That's a weakness. It's a scam. You capitalizing off of people insecurities, off of people lower desires. That's a weakness. The pornography industry is an addictive, you understand me, industry where it's making degeneratives, sexual degeneratives. So we ain't even gonna talk about that anyway. But what I'm here to just tell you all is like when you understand the game, when you understand new technology and education, it presents new opportunities for you to beat the odds. It presents new ways for us to build wealth, new ways for us to get power. You understand me? And that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to sell you no dreams. I'm not here to sell you no scam, none of that. When I sell my NFT, I said I got to make sure I put value behind it. That's it. If I don't have value behind it, I will not feel righteous selling you something that ain't worth nothing. No, I'd rather have a community of people that say they rock with me. And look, everybody went and bought my NFT. So guess what? I don't even imagine this. So let's say this. Just think about this for a second. If I put out a 10,000 piece project and made 100 million, guess what? I don't even need to teach the rest of the world. Whoever holds them NFTs, y'all get my content for free for the rest of life. I might spend $10 million in educating you on every industry that you need to know about so you can goddamn get a return on your investment. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not on nowhere. I'm only loyal to my NFT holders. Creates the opportunity for community, right? And listen, once you really get in the game, it's going to be different. Because I promise you, if I made 100 million with NFT collection, I'm giving all the game over here. Ain't no more membership. Ain't no more subscription. They get everything for free because they already paid for it. And when people catch on, you talking about creating these like country clubs. You understand? That's why the clubs caught on first, because the access, the social value, right? The intrinsic value is the art. Art has always had speculative value based on supply and demand. You understand me? But when you understand, like myself, I've been creating community for years now. I had a store where I used to sell art at my own store. I sold art at my own store. Before there was an NFT market, I sold art. I would design, I would paint. I would even sell other people art. I buy art from people on the street that I loved, and I would resell it in my store. So NFT market makes sense to me because I did this in reality. It was this guy in Oakland, California. He used to paint at Lake Merritt all the time. Every time you walk past him, he got 100+ paintings out there. They look good, and he let them go for the low because he was painting so many. So I said one day after I got my shop, I said, man, let me buy like 10 of these. I'm gonna put them up in my store. I bought them for the low. Next thing you know, I'm putting a heavy price on them because I like the art. People coming in there, they buying his art. They buying my art. I'm selling other people's art. So it makes sense for me to buy art on a marketplace with supply and demand, and then I'm selling it again. All I seen was the transfers of business models. You really want to get educated in the space, people. Because once you understand the game, you understand that people that have these mindsets where they think everything is scammers because they don't believe in themselves. They don't think that they can do it. They don't want to learn something new, so they don't want nothing to be true. They don't want to believe that there's another way I could be doing things. There is a better way I could be doing things. See, it ain't about whether the damn market crashes, because there's going to be people, the market go crash, and they going to come out, I told you so, it ain't worth nothing. Stupid. Who cares about the market crash? The market crash just means that people realize what they bought ain't worth nothing. But can the market truly crash if you got a project on there and the value is behind it? So let's say if I put out a project, I wish I can show y'all. I don't have it with me. I'll show y'all next time. But I got a project where you buy a coin and it comes with a real gold coin. Can the market crash on gold? No, that's intrinsic value. Gold has intrinsic value, meaning it can never go down to zero. So the utilities give the project intrinsic value, meaning that it can never go down to zero. That's why you want projects with real utility and backing, but also they're like what they call SPACs, where it's basically a blank check and it's telling you go create whatever company you can with this money. That's what they're doing with these new specs. They give you a blank check and they say create what you want to. And some of these NFT projects is like that. That when a person gets a $10 million project, $100,000 project, $1 million, they say, well, I can build out more value now. I might create a game. I might build a school. I might do all sort of different things. So they're not really investments, right? Because they can't truly be classified as securities. You're not supposed to go in there with the idea that I'm investing for the idea of return. At the end of the day, they just aren't for some of them. But some, they got a roadmap. It is essentially saying that, yo, if this company gets fully funded or this idea of a company gets fully funded, I'm really going to build something real out of it. So that's why you want to find people that you can invest in, find teams, companies, roadmap that make sense, that are trusted and vetted, that you can invest in, because those are going to be the 10% of $1 billion companies, next $100 million companies that were funded by the people. And then you'll come back to this video and say, Keys was right. Listen, man, the most dangerous thing about being, NFTs are invested into people. How many revolutionaries, like it, let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all, rock with Malcolm X and his legacy? Press 1 if you rock with it. Because I promise you, what I do with this space, and when my projects get fully funded, what I'm going to do, I'm reinvesting that money to build. So let's say this. If Malcolm X had a project today, he's on a TV saying, listen, black man and woman in America and all those who want freedom, justice, and equality, you understand me? We talk a whole lot. We do a whole lot of hollering, but we ain't doing no building. If y'all really want to build, then y'all need to help this community development start to take place. We need centers to where we can rehabilitate the drug addicts. We need centers to where we have mental health facilities for the men in our community. We need ways to where we can secure our communities. We need to create institutions so that we can have power, our own banks, our own schools. You understand me? Have our own vehicle and transportation. And he starts speaking that heat at you. And he said, listen, I'm dropping this project. You understand me? I'm dropping 10,000 X's. And each one of you that buy one of these NFTs, you are essentially buying into the community development. See, everybody says they want to be a revolutionary until it's time to help a revolutionary. Then everybody, project would have sold out after that. Project sold out, the floor going crazy. No expectation besides the fact that he's going to do what he said he was going to do once it get funded. And people will be happy to say, you know what, I helped Malcolm. Thank you. Well, I think that there's an opportunity for people to do that now. There's too many beautiful minds in the world. If they just had a budget or they just got funded, they can go on and do amazing things. And I think that the beautiful thing in our community now is that if we make this thing to where we can give the brilliance mind funded, I don't want just anybody to start a project. I want the most brilliant people in our culture to start it. I want people that's already doing stuff in the community to have one. You understand me? I want the revolutionaries to have one. I got a brother that do a project out in Detroit, man. They so cold, they get out in the streets. Anytime there's a problem, they go out there and protect the men, the women, and the children. They soldier when it wasn't a dollar given. They make sure that the advancements in politics is going right in that community. I want to see those people create projects, not just some square with a keyboard that can generate artificial pictures. I want to see the right people, because if the right people get the right funding, then we see the right change. You want to see where change go come from? Put money into the righteous minds and watch what their hands build. That's how the game changes. So that's where I see the opportunity at. This technology shit, this NFT word is cute. Now the technology, we change the game. Go find that person. If y'all want to take the, go find that person in your community you see doing something great. Y'all can even lead the projects yourself as a community. We're going to create this and we're going to invest 100% of the funds back into this person. Each person, a part of the community, buys it. You can go to block by block, hood by hood, city by city, and they can do a vote on which person you think deserves some kind of funding. They drop an NFT project and say, you know what? Everybody start buying this up if y'all respect this person. The money's just going there to him. It's the new crowdfunding resource. All around the world, we got brilliant minds that got poor pockets. We can buy land. I had somebody hit me up yesterday, the other day. They said, listen, I want to create this DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. Y'all tell me if this makes sense to y'all. Now, the way that it's set up with the laws is that the people of the NFTs can't own the land, right? But they can have governance tokens, which means that they can have say-so over what you do with the land. So we start the DAO. Let's say we get the DAO funded, where you buy in a token, the DAO goes up to like $1 million. Then we go buy land. And on that land, we can decide to do whatever we want to do. We can grow food, right? We can create institutions. We can create technology centers. We can do mining, farming, whatever we want to do. And the people decide what's done because they're the ones who control it. So we do a voting, right? The people vote and say, well, look, I put money in the pot. This is what I want to see. And imagine if every hood in America had one. And if every hood in America had one, then y'all can put y'all money where your mouth is. And then everybody will vote what they want to see happen. Whether, hey, we need security in these neighborhoods. Hey, we want to beautify these neighborhoods. Let's put trees everywhere. You understand me? Let's get the crack sales off the community. Let's get the violence out the community, and we're gonna invest into private security. So we created a DAO, or we created an NFT project that represented that. I think it's the most beautiful way that communities can come together, pool their resources, and change things. Well, it's a hood until the people come together. It's a hood until the people come together. See, in a community, people are working together. In a hood, people are at each other's throats. People are against each other. See, there's so much opportunity with this thing, and I need us to understand because we're thinking too small. We're thinking pennies and dollars. See, the white boys go scoop it up. The people that got money, the people that are hustlers, that are business people, they just get richer and richer and richer every day. I mean, I know people that's making millions in this space while the rest of the world struggling to understand it because they refuse to educate themselves. That's the difference. I see investors that may have a portfolio that they built over the last 20 years. But I see other people making that kind of money, you understand me, in 3 months. And it's like, for me, I understand we need aggressive gains in this game. So there's no way that I'm going to sit idly by and not give us the game. I don't care whether it's NFTs or VR or metaverse or crypto or stocks or whatever the hell it is. If it's something that we can use to change the trajectory, then let's do it. Somebody said, yeah, that's true. And this ain't, and let me give y'all the game. This is the last generation. No other generation will ever be able to blame the white man. Nobody. Miss Bullish Dodge Arlington 19, I rock with you, trying to get my whole community and barbershop behind the Infinite Wealth strategies. I missed your sale on Friday. I need some keys to unlock my community. I need the 250 deal I missed Friday. Oh, I don't know. Reverend Earthlight says that we charging too much for classes. Listen, no, we not. No, we not. You don't even know what I charge, I bet. I bet you don't even know. I've given so many opportunities. You know why? Listen, I can't even tell y'all the amount of money I spend to buy things and put things together. It's ridiculous. We couldn't even fathom the money I spend on the back end to bring this. I bring in teachers. The time I spent, I pay teachers monthly. I had to pay one teacher like almost close to $10,000 for him to come teach what he taught inside the space. He came and teach and taught. I had to pay him $10,000. The students ain't got to pay that. I had to pay that because I wanted him to teach every week. Then I had multiple teachers, so you start adding it up. I had to spend like $50,000, $60,000 putting together the Infinite Wealth strategies already. So when you get charged a few $100 or $1,000, You not paying what I paid to create it. You didn't put in the thousands of hours, you didn't, or hundreds of hours to learn it, to go through understanding the boring knowledge, the valuable knowledge. You didn't do that. I did that. So when I charge it, I get to charge what I want because I know the value of it. So when a student tell me that they made $70,000 because they executed off the game plan, they deserve that because they worked for it and they invested in themselves. So don't ever tell me what I put out, you understand me, is too much, especially when I give away free game that people don't even know how to teach. Don't come play with the self, because education, knowledge is the most valuable thing here. Knowledge is the most valuable, and I got non-fungible thoughts. They're not interchangeable for nobody in the world. I'm the only one who think like me. To the T, talk to me. So, I always defend that position because I understand that we don't value knowledge yet. So when it comes time for us to spend money on knowledge, then we got an issue with it. But those who value knowledge, and when we get to the point where our community says that, you know what, I don't need the shoes, I don't need the clothes, I don't need the hose, I don't need the car, I don't need none of that. I need the knowledge, man. Give me the value. Because if I get the value, then I'm going to get the money. Everything else can wait. Somebody said, how much I get paid to get in this live? I don't get paid to get on this live. Little baby, shout out to you. When somebody throw a badge, that's the payment. If it's monetized and people watch it afterwards, you get $40, $50. These ain't going to 1 million people. People ain't sitting there getting knowledge. Nah. So it's incremental. My value comes over time, though, man. Allah blesses me because I bless others. That's what happens. But it's like I can literally change you, your family, and everybody else trajectory of life. Go through my podcast, go through my content, go through my Instagram, and read my books and tell me your life hasn't changed. It's not possible for you not to evolve. It's not possible for you not to upgrade. It's not possible for you not to go through a transformative, you understand me, evolution once you get these golden nuggets. So, you got to understand what I give away for free. People be charging like $20,000 to teach it. If they have my knowledge, they'll put it into a $25,000 bundle and be happy when only 10 people getting it for the year. That's what you got to understand. That's a different business model. It's different. And I can do that same thing by, if I wanted to create a business model where I just put out some free game, you understand me? But at the end of the day, I say, you know what? My price is $25,000. Everybody be complaining they can't get it. Then the rich would be like, you know what? I'll buy it. Let me buy that. They won't complain about it a second because I'm going to give them millions of dollars worth of game. And they going to go and run with it. And guess what? They're going to make millions of dollars. To this day, you can't hire me to do a consultation. I cut those out like 2 years ago. You understand me? And I was charging thousands of dollars, but my time is so valuable now. I don't have it to give to one person. I got to speak to all people if I really want to stretch my efficiency. I need to reach the masses. I can't just be reaching one person. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, if you want that kind of time, you got to come with high tickets. I get people all the time, man, just me and my girl, we want to invest into this. Bro, I'll shoot you 10,000, 20,000. You don't know the game on the back end. I'm not telling y'all all my business. Don't you know I am very good at business and marketing and sales? If I want to do something, I know exactly how to do it. So you have to learn how to see things from the right perspective. I've been speaking upon this NFT stuff for a year. I told one of my ex-business partners, I sent the text I found in my phone. And it said, bro, we need to take most of our budget. I got it in my phone. It was February 2021. I said, bro, we need to take most of our budget and we need to put it into NFTs, metaverse, spatial reality, blah, blah, blah. Right? Because I seen the future. Now, they didn't see it at the time. And shout out to Kia. She just joined the Crown Society. I just got notification. She bought 3. Somebody just bought 3 crowns. Thank you. They didn't see it. But I'm like, bro, we need to take most of our budget and we need to invest in NFTs. I even gave them specific ones. I said, bro, let's buy a CryptoPunk. CryptoPunk was around 20,000 at the time. 20,000 at the time. Cheapest one is around 400,000. Everybody don't have to listen, man. But I hate the I told you so. I'm gonna tell you one thing about me, and I will say it in the most confident way possible. You understand me? I don't have bad ideas, and I do not give out bad advice. That's it. I don't remember a single time where I had bad ideas and I'm just handing out bad advice. I don't know that. Every time that I've tried an endeavor in life, you understand me? Like if it's a business endeavor, it's a product, it's a design, it's something successful. Because I tap into my God source when I decide to do something. I'm vetting it through me already. And a lot of you all have great ideas that you just don't believe in sometimes. It's not a good idea because somebody else be like, yo, it's a good idea. It's a good idea because you thought of it. And once you operate off supreme confidence, then that's when you tap in. See, and it depends on where you're getting those ideas from, but I'm always getting it from the God source. I'm always tapping in from here. I love myself too much to be out here having bad thoughts. And I'm true and I'm honest to myself. Right? So anyway, to answer your question, brother, that asked for the 250, I wasn't going to mention it today on this YouTube. I wasn't going to mention it at all. This is not a marketing ploy or anything. If the brother did not say anything, I was going to close this out and not mention it and not do it because I was planning on only operating and opening that back up on the 19th. But if 100 people press 1 and say that they want to do it, then I would do it. You understand me? Otherwise, we're going to have to wait, bro, until prices, it might not bring it back on the 19th. I think it was going to be the only day I was going to do it. And then I was going to end that because I just paid one teacher $5,000 to bring his program into Infinite Wealth Strategies, which you will all get access to for free. I paid him $5,000. I'm going to pay him $10,000 when it's all said and done. You understand me? I reinvest into the community so that even if I'm missing something or I'm not teaching in a certain way, I got other people coming in and giving the game a certain way. Like, I just want y'all to understand what you get. If you bought the NFT, you get access to, like, please understand. My father teaches in the Infinite Wealth Strategies every single Monday. I don't even market that part. I got free game on trust, on how to set up trust, my content. You get to learn how to create your book. Like NFTs, blockchain, metaverse, all that's cool, but I want to create 10,000 authors at the same time because I want you to put your legacy and your intellectual property on the blockchain and have it last forever. Let me see how many people that is. That look like a lot of people. Somebody said only 40 so far. 15, 18, 21. All right. Well, I don't think that's 100, folks. I don't think that's 100. I ain't enough ones. I don't think that's 100. It's 250. If I do it for 250, it has to be for a large number of people. That's the only way it makes sense for me. Otherwise, I'm at the end of this live stream. But if everybody decides that they want to do that, I promise you I'm ending it. So you won't be able to do it. All right. So I'm going to tell y'all what the text. Anything else love reading? Brandon Jones pressed 1 hella times. Come on, man. Don't cheat me now. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. It's currently $1,111. So, because it's not even programmed into the thing yet. I have to program it in order for you all to be able to get it. Let me see. I can actually, damn, y'all gonna make me do some work real quick because I don't want this to stay up. Let me go. This is why I got 2 computers. You understand me? Oh, yeah. Let me show y'all something, man. I got a new bonsai tree. Got me a new bonsai tree. That ain't even the right one, though. Let me show you. I got to show y'all my new bonsai tree because I met this beautiful Asian lady who told me how to take care of this. She spent like all this time writing me this note how to take care of it. You feel me? And told me that if it's still alive and I take care of it in 5 months, she'll give me a free gift, man. She was so nice. She loved the plant so much. She ain't just want them to sell them. She wants to make sure they went to nice homes. And I love people who do that. You understand me? And then for the second part of my Zen, I got my crystal. You understand me? I got my crystal. I got to keep the energies positive around here. You feel me? Or negative, because if you understand piezoelectric activity, you understand that negative energy is necessary. You understand me? In order to keep you charged. Then I got my singing bowl. You feel me? Come on now. Lock in. Then I got my orgonite. You understand me? More energy. Got to keep your energy right. All right. So the ones is looking good. Anyway, I got distracted, y'all. I got distracted. All right. So if y'all want this, let me create this link. I'll tell y'all what to text in just a second. Do not text this until I got it programmed in here. Man, I don't even know if I can keep this live up because then the other people go see this. But everybody don't make it to the end of this part anyway. Everybody don't watch a full video, so they don't even get this. All right. Let's see. Boom. So this will give you $861 off. And let's see if it's programmed. It is programmed in. All right. So you don't even have to put in a discount code. All you have to do, are y'all ready? And you got to do it tonight because I'm cutting it off. Press 1. No, don't press 1. Text my number, 323-577-6692. Text the number 1. Don't put anything else to it. Just press 1 and it will send you a link. And then that's it. So you go get that at $250. And that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. I actually got a couple projects I want to review probably Wednesday. If y'all know that I bought World of Women project for 1 ETH. And World of Women project is currently, the floor price is 3 ETH. The floor price is the minimum price that anybody that's inside the project is willing to sell it as. All right. So I'll show y'all this one right here. So this is World of Women. It is a project on the blockchain. You understand me? It has 4,800 owners out of 10,000, which means the average person owned probably around 2, right? And the floor price is 3.8 ETH. Let me refresh, make sure that there's new data. You understand me? I just got the highest offers since I've had it. Actually, it went up. It's 3.88 ETH. So the price is going up for some reason. I know that Logan Paul recently sold one for like $400,000. I bought this months ago, and I was able to make, well, I didn't even sell it yet, but right now I can sell it for 3 times the price that I bought it. So I bought it around $3,000, right? And now I can sell it for like $10,000. So, you know, even though I'm not teaching people or not telling people specifically to just get NFTs to buy something and flip it, there are a lot of opportunities still in this marketplace. You understand me? And it ain't got to be a project where you bought in at 3,000. Because most people, they buy the NFTs at like 150, something of that nature. And one of my teachers, you understand me, he has very great picks on NFTs. So y'all really want to lock in. I mean, I don't worry about. Bro said he paid $335. Ruga, don't even worry about it. The money ain't even the value. The knowledge is way more valuable than the money in the first place. The number is 323-577-6692. Text 1. You understand me? And you locked in. Text 1. And you locked in. Text 1 to that number, 323-577-6692. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for locking in with me late night and tapping in. Make sure y'all share this video to somebody. I hope that the words that I spoke today, you know, just shifted your mindset in any type of way and gave you the game that you may possibly have needed. You understand me? In order to lock in. You understand me? That's what we all about today. Okay. All right. I see y'all locking in. I see Dario just got his. Yep. I see y'all locking in. All right. Well, y'all have fun tonight, man. Lock in, get the information. Once you get it, go to the Wealth Strategies on Instagram, and you have to send a copy of your receipt, right? And over the next 24 to 48 hours, my assistant will get you into the Discord. She won't do it tonight because she's sleeping. You understand me? But tomorrow she will begin when she see all of the new people that's within it. You understand me? Or she'll send an email. But don't worry, you all will get into, right? So love y'all. Appreciate y'all. You understand me? Listen, give the gift of education of somebody who needs to tap in and change their life. You feel me? So it's $250. Text one or use a link that has already been sent to you and make sure you lock in. I appreciate y'all, man. I can't wait till y'all are in the community. Y'all are engaging. Y'all locking in. Y'all learning. You're enjoying a new experience, learning a new technology, learning new investments, thinking about ways to take education and turn it into wealth. That's what it's all about. Knowledge into wealth, right? Applied knowledge, because it only matters if you become if you sire. Strategize, investigate, research, and execute. That's the game. Strategize, investigate, research, and execute. That's the game. You understand me? Peace, family. Oh, like the channel. You understand me? I need to keep that thing going. I'm new to this whole YouTube world 100%. So I got to keep reminding people. You understand me? If you was in here, you love the game, love the information, love the conversation, just press that little like button up there and subscribe. Make sure you locked in so you can keep the notifications rolling. Peace.